Welcome everyone, and thank you for being here today. I'm excited to introduce you to our presentation titled By Roy's Pathfinder. Today, we'll be exploring the fundamentals of management through this engaging session. We'll cover key concepts, principles, and insights that can help you understand and apply effective management strategies. So, let's get started and make this a valuable experience for all of us. Management is essentially the process of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling resources. These resources include human resources, financial assets, and materials. The goal here is to achieve organizational objectives in the most efficient and effective way possible. Think of management as a system of authority that helps coordinate work across different parts of an organization. It's absolutely vital because it guides us toward reaching our goals, adapting to changes, and ensuring the organization's long-term growth. So, when we talk about management, we're really talking about the framework that keeps everything moving smoothly toward success. Management is considered both a science and an art because it involves a unique combination of structured, evidence-based principles and the creative, personal touch needed to apply those principles effectively. When we talk about it as a science, we're referring to the systematic body of knowledge, principles, and theories that underpin management practices. For example, Taylor's scientific management is a classic case that illustrates this scientific approach, focusing on efficiency and systematic analysis. On the other hand, management is also an art because it requires human ingenuity, experience, and intuition. These qualities help managers adapt principles to specific situations, which are often unpredictable and complex. So, in essence, effective management isn't just about following rules, it's about knowing when and how to apply them creatively. This dual nature, being both a science and an art, highlights the importance of balancing systematic knowledge with personal skill. It ties directly into our overall theme, which emphasizes that successful management depends on understanding principles and also on the personal ability to navigate real-world challenges. Now, let's delve into the key differences between administration and management. First, administration determines what needs to be done and when it should be done. Think of this as setting the overall direction and making important decisions. Management, on the other hand, focuses on how these decisions are carried out, the day-to-day processes and actions necessary to achieve the goals. It's important to note that administration is a determinative or legislative function, meaning it involves formulating policies and establishing plans. Management, however, acts in an executive or governing capacity, responsible for implementing those policies and plans effectively. Another way to look at this is through their authority levels. Administration generally holds higher authority, often at the top levels of an organization, setting the vision and strategic direction. Management operates at a lower or middle level, executing the policies and ensuring that the organization's objectives are met. In the broader context of our overall theme, understanding this distinction helps clarify how organizations function smoothly. Administration sets the foundation and direction, while management ensures that the foundation is built and maintained through effective execution. Management levels divide an organization's hierarchy into three distinct tiers. First, we have the top level, which includes roles like the CEO and the board. These are the folks responsible for strategizing and setting the overall goals and policies for the company. They focus on the big picture and long-term vision. Then we move down to the middle level. Managers in this tier are the ones who take those strategic plans and turn them into actionable steps. They manage departments, coordinate efforts, and ensure that the plans are executed effectively. They act as a bridge between the top leadership and the operational staff. Finally, at the lower end, we have supervisors and foremen. These are the people who supervise daily operations and staff. They're on the ground, making sure that day-to-day activities run smoothly and that employees are working efficiently. Understanding these levels helps us see how responsibilities and decision-making flow through an organization, from strategic planning at the top to operational execution at the bottom. It's a key part of understanding how organizations function efficiently and effectively. Now, let's talk about some of the key functions of management that help organizations succeed. First, staffing involves recruiting the right people, then training them, and finally retaining those individuals to ensure the organization has a strong, capable team. It's all about making sure we have the right talent in the right roles. Next is monitoring performance. This means regularly checking how employees are doing, comparing their work against established standards, and making any necessary adjustments to keep everything on track. It's a continuous process to maintain quality and efficiency. Controlling is closely related. It's about guiding, motivating, and supervising our team members. The goal here is to ensure everyone contributes effectively toward our organizational objectives, creating a cohesive effort. Then we have directing or leading. This involves structuring work, clearly defining roles, and allocating the necessary resources. It's about providing clear guidance so that everyone knows what to do and how to do it well. Organizing is another vital function. It entails setting clear objectives, determining the best strategies to achieve them, and mapping out the specific actions needed. This helps us create an organized, goal-oriented environment. Finally, we have planning. Planning is the foundation for all these functions. It involves setting our goals, deciding on the strategies to reach them, and outlining the steps to get there. When we plan effectively, we create a roadmap that guides every part of our management process. Together, these functions form a comprehensive framework that helps us lead our organizations successfully and achieve our objectives efficiently. Management is increasingly regarded as a profession, and there are some important reasons for that. It requires specialized knowledge, which means understanding complex concepts and practices that are crucial for effective management. Formal education, like an MBA or specific training programs, also plays a big role in shaping competent managers. Additionally, adherence to ethical codes is essential because managers are responsible for making decisions that impact organizations and society. While management shares some traits with traditional professions, like having professional associations and a service motive, it's still considered a developing profession. Why? Because it doesn't have mandatory licensing, strict entry restrictions, or a universal, binding code of conduct that all managers must follow. So, even though management is moving towards professionalization, it still has some way to go before it fully matches the standards we see in fields like medicine or law. This evolving status highlights the importance of continuous learning and ethical responsibility in management roles. Thank you so much for your attention today. I truly appreciate your time and interest in this presentation. If you take away one key point, I hope it's that understanding these concepts can really make a difference in how we approach our work and challenges. Remember, the ideas we've discussed are all connected to the bigger picture of growth and improvement. Your engagement and questions are what make this worthwhile. So, once again, thank you for being here and for your commitment to learning. I look forward to seeing how you apply these insights moving forward.